What is going on, everybody? It is Craig back again today, video number 2, and this is movie number 17. And if you watched the last one, which probably didn't, but if you did, I remember I talked about today's videos, today's movies, a little bit odd. I want a little bit of help with some stuff. So, 2024, they turned us into killers. I will be honest, I watched this movie because it's one of those movies where, at least trailer-wise, all the horror people come out to play, have the cameos, things like that, with the exception of Scott Taylor Compton, who is in it throughout. She is the lead, she's the star, her name is Star. There you go. I enjoyed this movie. I did, except this movie I found out is a sequel to a movie called Room 9. And watching this movie, I'm pretty sure half this movie, maybe I'm exaggerating, a good portion of this movie is just footage from Room 9. And it's been black and white. So I don't know if Room 9 part was in black and white or they just made this black and white because it was flashback. So I don't think I have to see Room 9 now. Now that's the thing I want anyone of you to tell me in the chat. Is there something, or in the messages, there's something, oh man, I can't believe I missed this. Essentially, from what I inferred from Room 9, there was a murder that happened 40 years ago. Racist town. The people were wearing hoods. I just don't know if I assume it was a black couple. I don't assume it was a black couple, but I assume it was like a clan group. And they weren't just doing that to scare. And then in that one, it appeared, the person who was the killer right after he got out of prison, he got a stake through his heart. So this one opens up after they're already doing kills. Fine. I wish I knew why they sing the song they do. They're like, we're the Millers, and they've turned us into killers, which is kind of catchy. But I thought, as far as the acting goes, I honestly don't have an issue with any of the acting. I think Scout needs to do more movies where she has an evil-esque character part to her. I know I've seen, she did that vampire movie Captive, but that was bad. But in this one, acting was great. It was, I just don't know why she then had on black hoods, I guess, to offset the white hoods, the other group. But then they take it off when they're talking to you. So it was like, here's my hood for 2 minutes, and then, haha, here's who I really am. I don't know if that was necessary, plus you're killing people. So the premise here is her friend was hooked on drugs and raped and then mistreated just in general. And then she wound up killing herself as a result. It happened to her. And the one guy who did it, the brothers who did it to her were brothers of Kane Hodder's character, who was the guy who committed the crime 40 years ago. But it wasn't a bad movie. I am going to, how I rank stuff. I am glad I watched it. I shouldn't say I'm glad I'm watching. I'm upset I watched it. So I was going to give it a 5, but I realized I gave Kill Game a 5.25, so I gotta do better than that for it, because it at least made sense in the stuff it did, except for one glaring thing. The thing that it made sense, the thing that didn't make any sense, is Karma, who was the friend who killed herself, went to an AA meeting, and she was talking to Taryn Manning's character. So I don't know what she's the biggest name in the movie. And then she drops a letter to Star. And it's just a letter. It says Star on it. There's no address. There's no stamp. There's no nothing. Her character picks it up, and she's right on talking to a cop, and she's telling her how, she heard this happen. They mentioned 40-year-old murder. I can't come in, but, which right off the bat, you're breaking all the confidentiality rules, but that's fine. But she said, she dropped this letter, so I dropped in the mail. And this is the letter that Scott Taylor Compton's character, Star, got, that had just the name on it. Just the name. Just Star. She didn't know who Star was. It's not like she went to a house, dropped it there. Oh, that's who that is. I know who that is. So somehow, the letter that started all the chaos and wound up leading to the deaths of 4 individual people. The guy who sold the drugs and then the 3 brothers was just dropped in the mailbox, said Star, and it got to us. So I wish they thought about that more. I wish they put a fictitious address on the card. I wish they did something like that. But aside from that, it was a fun watch. It didn't shatter anything or create anything brand new or anything like that. But there were definitely elements of it that were fun. So I don't think you got to watch Room 9 though, because I'm pretty sure they give most away. It's almost like Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, or kind of like Evil Dead. But and not saying this movie is anyway as good as that, but it's still worth a watch. And it's on Tubi. It's on Tubi, so you can watch it for free. Although actually it might not be on Tubi. I watched mine on Amazon Prime, but I think it was listed on Tubi as well. But anyway, folks, as always, thanks for watching. The few brave souls of you that are sticking through me. Now it's just I'm stubborn. I gotta get this. We'll get to 100. It's April. I don't know how, but we'll get there by the end of the year. Anyway, any suggestions, put them in the comments. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Peace.